Hello, I'm Lorie from Oklahoma, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about my Colorado trip that I took a few years ago. I took off in my 2001 VW, tiny little car, and it would only go up Colorado's steepest hills at about 30 miles an hour max. But it took me everywhere I needed to go. Colorado was so quiet and beautiful. This is one of my favorite stops. So many trees. Amazing how quiet it gets when you're out there. And everywhere you turn is beauty and calmness. Some of my favorite moments are just sitting and enjoying nature. Looking at this picture, I still remember the sense of peace I felt when sitting there. As I was walking around in the quiet, there are things I started to notice. Trees grew out of rocks, and it reminded me how it's possible to stand tall and thrive in the most difficult circumstances. Streams reminded me that rushing water polishes rock, just like we can allow experiences to help us learn to smooth our own rough edges. There will be storms, but the three treasures are always there, available. Meet some good friends, find shelter when you need it, and sometimes people you may never meet will make sure you have dry wood for your fire if you ever need it. Can't say we are not supported. But then I saw this rock. It appeared to be stuck. The root held it in place and it couldn't move. Saw the rock and thought about it, and it's kind of sad. Then I went on with my trip down the road and went home the next day. The next year, I went back to Colorado. 1 year later, and I couldn't wait to go into the mountains again. Colorado was just as beautiful as before. Beautiful views, and found my favorite spots again. And eventually I found my stuck rock, still encapsulated in the root system of the tree. Again, I felt sad until I walked past the rock and up the trail a ways. While walking back to my car, I saw the rock from the backside. This was a much different view. The rock was not stuck. For a year, I believed the rock was stuck, but I didn't see all sides clearly. For over a year, I had a very wrong view of this rock. And a year later, I saw things much more clearly by taking a different path and seeing it from a different angle. This reminds me to practice, to keep learning, to be more curious than judgmental, to be open to other views. It reminds me to question my negativity and to keep working towards a deeper understanding of people and situations. I do not want a year or two or more to go by with the wrong view. It's just a rock, but it reminded me of something very important. So watch for those experiences. They are everywhere, just waiting for you to notice and learn.